And the final battle of the game, Gary's Pidgey goes for Sky Attack. Oh man, and he gets the crit. Oh. Hi Pokemon Nuzlocke, and welcome to another Pokemon Blue solo run video. Today we're going to find out how easy it is to beat the entirety of the game using only a Pidgey. And as if that wasn't hard enough, I'm going to ban all in-battle items. Alright, let's take a moment to talk about Pidgey's stats. Base total of 251, not very good. Attack of 45 is not that good either. Its highest stat is speed at 56. Again, also not that good. Looking at the type matchups here is going to make that early game pretty tough here against Brock. Until we get access to Wing Attack here at 28, we don't even have a Flying type move. So it's definitely going to be a little hard here, but the good news is we've got Sand Attack and we can spam that all day here, baby. Looking at that TM set again, not too impressive. Heading into the first battle of the game here against Gary. He's going to send out that Charmander, but I've got that Sand Attack action. He does get the crit on the scratch, but I'm going to hit him with some sand here in the face. Hoping for some misses here, and I do get some damage here. Getting the crit on the gust. Heading into the next battle here with Gary once more. This time it's going to be Burb versus Burb. Who has the better Sand Attack? That's the real question. What kind of RNG are we going to get here? And I hit him with Sand Attack and then a couple gusts to the face. And that Burb is done. Back to Charmander again here. You're going to hit him a couple gusts, getting that crit, and the win is easy. Now it's time to head up into Brock's gym and take on that trainer. Of course, Diglett loves to go for that Sand Attack too, but I've got the Quick Attack doing some damage against that crappy defense. Heading into the Sandshrew now. Gonna hit him with some sand here because I know he's gonna want to check the sand, but I'm gonna check the sand first, boy. So I'm gonna hit with some quick attacks here, hitting through the Sand Attack, taking out the trainer, and now it's time for Brock. And now for the first gym battle, Super Burb versus Brock. This one is going to be definitely challenging, you see, because all I have is normal type attacks, and they are not going to be very effective against the rock type Pokemon. And of course, Geodude loves to spam that defense curl, and that's just going to mean that my damage is going to be a couple at the most per hit. So I'm going to have to get some critical hits here if I want to do enough damage to the Geodude, because if he hits me with the tackle, as you can see, does quite a bit of damage, and I'm going to need as much HP as possible against the Onix, because that one's just going to be really, really difficult. And maybe level 13 is too low. I don't know. I'm trying it out here. You got to give Super Burb a chance because he just might pull through here. Just might pull through. You never know. Sand Attack can come in handy so nicely here, making the Geodude miss. We're making some damage here. We're whittling down on Geodude, hitting him with some gusts here. He's missing. I love to see it. He's going to go for the defense curl again. Doesn't matter. You're already +6, dude. But he's just got to do it because the Gen 1 AI is like, well, I haven't used this move in a while. Got to go ahead and use that. So going into the Onix now with 8 HP. He's going to go for Bide here. Going to have to hit those Sand Attacks. And then he's going to unleash the energy. Of course, doesn't work. That Sand Attack. Love to see it. Hitting with that Quick Attack, not doing any damage here. And as you can see, I'm kind of running low on Sand Attacks. And this is going to be critical here. You see, I forgot that Bide works a little bit differently in Generation 1. You see, it always hits. Bypasses accuracy checks, always hits. So it doesn't matter how much Sand Attacks you use, it's going to hit through. So I'm going to go ahead and change my strategy here a little bit. Previously, I was spamming that sand against the Geodude. This time, I'm going to have to preserve that Sand Attack because it's the only non-attacking move that I have. So when the Onix goes for Bide, I have to use the Sand Attack. Otherwise, he's going to unleash the energy, and it's going to be really bad for Burb. So I'm going to have to get some lucky RNG here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get some critical hits, going for the Gust, going for the Quick Attack, doing some damage. Doesn't really matter. They're both going to be doing the same amount of damage here in this situation. Gust, again, is also normal type in Gen 1. Again, doesn't matter. Burb being normal flying is going to be the same stab. pitiful amount of damage against Geodude, but you know, you got to try, hoping for those critical hits, hoping for the RNG, hoping to preserve that HP. Geodude getting that tackle in. I hate to see it going in here with 16 HP, but I've got plenty of Sand Attack PP now, so I'm hoping if I use these when the Onix is going for Bide, then if he gets, you know, I get a little bit lucky here, he wants to go for, you know, maybe tackle, go for a Screech. You know, this could be nice here, but he's going to keep going for Bide, and this really is going to be problematic because I only have so many Sand Attacks left. So I'm just going to have to get some good RNG here, but, you know, it's difficult just to get to the Onix in the first place, you know, because of the RNG needed to get past Geodude with the tackles and all that kind of stuff. You know, you would think, you know, if you hit him with a bunch of Sand Attacks, he's going to miss, but no, of course they're going to hit through it. Of course they're going to get the crit. Hate to see it. Back to the beginning again. This time, gonna spare you the wonderful damage that I did against Geodude here. Gonna get to the end part here. Back to the Onix again here. Level 13, you gotta give it a shot, right? He's gonna go for Screech. Love to see it. I hit him with a Sand Attack. Then he's gonna go for Bite. Got in that Gust. He's going to unleash some energy, but fortunately, because of Super Burb's low attack, I'm not gonna do much damage. So I'm not gonna receive too much damage from that Bite. But I'm going to have to be very careful here and get lucky. It's difficult because the Onix is going to use Bide all the time, and then if I hit him with any attacking moves, he's going to unleash that energy, and it's going to be devastating for Burb. Devastating, especially if I get a crit like I just did there. And he hits me with the tackle through that Sand Attack. Got to get some damage in. I got to get some crits. I get another critical hit on the quick attack, and he's going for Screech. Down to 13 HP now. He's going to go for Bite again. I have 7 PP left. Got to be careful here in this situation. Hoping for some short Bide sequences. We don't want any of those 2 or 3 turns. We want those 1-turn Bides. Hoping for that RNG. And he hits me with the tackle down to 4 HP now. Hopefully just spamming a bunch of Screeches here. And he goes for Bite again. Gonna have to go for Sand Attack again here. I'm running low on PP. This is potentially problematic. I might be able to pull this off. And he gets me with the tackle again. Once more, back to the drawing board here for the RNG City Fun Time experience. Hoping to preserve that HP, and things are just not looking good here, as you can see. Having to do quite a number of resets, unfortunately, and if I don't have a lot of HP going into the Onix, I'm just not going to stand a chance, because the likelihood is high that I'm going to run out of Sand Attacks, and he's going to hit me with a Bite or 2, and so I need to have enough HP to be able to survive that. As you can see, things are not looking good here. Running out of EP, getting taken out, you know, unlucky crits here and there, making it to the Onix a time or 2, but again, it's just exceedingly difficult, and I'm wondering, should I level up? Yes, that's the answer. I'm gonna go to level 14, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try, because you must believe in Super Burb that there's a possible chance here at level 14 we're going to get this opportunity. Burb, you are going to do it. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be you, Super Burb. It's going to be you. So the RNG continues, and I continually have to keep resetting here. As you can see, I don't even know how many attempts. Quite a lot. Quite a lot. But we have to persevere. We have to persevere. Things are looking good now. I get the critical hit. Hitting the Gust. He hits me with a tackle. That's okay. Got 16 HP left. Gonna hit him with another Gust here too. Here, hoping for the crit. Hoping for that crit. I take him out. Heading into the Onix here once more. He's gonna go for Bide. I'm gonna use those Sand Attacks. Oh man. He's unleashing energy, of course. Not hitting me. Having just enough Sand Attack PP here. Got 8 left. Gotta preserve this. Hoping for some good Bide RNG here. Hitting with that quick attack here. Not doing much damage. He's gonna go for Bide again. Onix, please go for Screech, go for a tackle, miss. That's what we want. We do not want more Bides, because again, that Generation 1 mechanic is always going to bypass accuracy checks, and it's always going to hit. So that needs to be factored in here. But unfortunately, I don't have tons of Sand Attack PP. I only have 15. So things have to go just perfectly for this to work out here. Gonna go for that Sand Attack again here, hitting with the quick attack. He's going for some Screeches. I'm going for some quick attacks. Running low on sand attacks. Now I'm out of PP. This is critical here. I've got to get lucky, and I get the crit. Oh, and I get the win. Oh my goodness. Super Burb taking out Brock at level 14. Impressive. All right, and now it's time to take on Misty here at level 20. Pretty similar strategy. Just going to be all about those sand attacks. Gotta hope for some wonderful misses. Of course, Misty does like to go for those X defends from time to time. Super helpful, giving me a free chance to get in some potential damage or some more sand attacks. So the more the merrier, Misty. Please bring them on. Love to see it. Of course, Bubble Beam can do quite a lot of damage. Starmie's pretty fast. Quick Attack obviously will outspeed, but it's not going to do a ton of damage. So I have to get lucky for some crits. I need to get some misses here. Trying to see if I can get the win here at level 20. Getting into 21 on the Starmie. And I'm hoping for some good RNG here, you know. I feel like I'm feeling pretty good about this. I mean, Super Burb is Super Burb, you know. Powerful Burb. Got to come in. Got to go for that win. Got to see if you can do it at level 20. Kind of a challenge, you know, but I feel like Pidgey has a shot at this, you know, coming in at the same level as the Starmie. People wouldn't think, hey, this is possible, you know, and I still don't know if it's possible, but I'm going to try because you never know. You just never know. Sand Attack is just so good. Gotta love that RNG. Gotta love that RNG. Always a possibility here. Starmie, of course, can really take quite a lot of damage and can do a lot of damage. And of course is quite fast, and with that impressive speed comes the high chance for critical hits, and that can just be absolutely devastating here, you know. But I'm just going to continue to try here, going to continue to see what kind of stuff we can get going on here. Obviously things are not going so well here, taking a number of attempts, but I really feel like this is possible. I think, you know, you reach a point where you say, okay, is this possible? I think this is possible. I really do. I think it's just about dodging those crits, getting those sand attacks, and I think we can get the win here against Misty, because why not? If you could do it at level 20, why not? Go for it, right? Gotta go for it. But of course, those crits coming in from the Starmie, man. I mean, the Gen 1 crit percentage is very high when you have high speed, and Starmie has incredible speed. So those crits are going to be pretty common here, but you know, there's always a possibility of not getting the crit, and of course missing with sand attack. So, you know, you got to play around that and hope that the sand attack will come in clutch here, you know, because the Burb will do what it will do. It will chuck that sand and it will throw it everywhere, making a big old mess of things, hoping for some misses. You never know here, missing with that Bubble Beam, going and getting the crit. Love to see it. Oh, and the tackle taking me down to 1 HP, and I get the crit on the quick attack, and I get another quick attack. Oh my goodness. Oh man, getting the win. Holy moly, finally. And I'm gonna head up the bridge here to take on Gary with Burb versus Super Burb. Who's gonna be better, the Pidgeotto or the Pidgey? Well, Super Burb is determined to win, taking that Pokemon out, no problems. Abra going down with a crit hit quick attack. Rattata not posing much of a threat. Charmander, again, not too worried, taking that Ember pretty nicely. And Gary just wants to fight again here on the SSN, as if he hasn't lost enough here. Gonna try to use a potion, but that's not gonna stop Super Burb from taking him out. Heading into the Raticate here, getting a crit on the quick attack. Finally leveling up to 28, getting a flying type move for the first time ever. Definitely an upgrade over Bide, that's for sure. Kadabra, again, trying to go for teleport, man. Not going to be too useful for you. Probably should consider training Gary. You know, you should consider actually learning Pokemon techniques, you know. Heading into Lieutenant Surge now, coming in at level 28 here. He's got a massive type advantage here. He's going to hit me with that Screech, raising my physical attack with the badge boost, and then I level up. That's going to cancel that. I'm going to hit the Pikachu here with the quick attack, nearly taking him out. Surviving a Thunder Shock, no issues. Going into the Raichu, going to hit with that quick attack, and he goes for the X speed. This is huge. Getting a free damage in here. Thunder Shock. Man, could have chosen a more powerful move, and I survived it, and Lieutenant Surge is done on my first attempt. And just when things are going my way, Super Burb encounters the ominous hiker who happens to live in the rock tunnel. And he, of course, has 2 Geodudes and a Graveler. And, well, what do you know? They like to blow themselves up. And this isn't just something that they do occasionally. It seems to be kind of their go-to. I mean, he just stacks those defense curls and, you know, maybe throws a rock through if you're lucky, and then just go boom, boom, boom. And that's it. And this, of course, proves to be quite annoying because it's pretty much all the Geodudes do is blow themselves up. And I really can only survive 1 Geodude self-destruct. That's it. I can't take anything more than that. Of course, getting the crits, just self-destructing, and I can try to throw sand, but you just need to get that lucky sand RNG finally missing there on that one. Again, 2 back-to-back self-destructs. I mean, really, you can't come up with a better strategy than just blowing yourself up. I mean, is this really how you expect to win battles, trainer? Well, guess what? I've got sand attack, baby. I am invincible. All right, up next is the Gary Lavender Town battle. And it's going to be another Burb versus Burb. This time coming in here with some wing attack action. He gets the crit on the gust. Then, of course, he goes for a potion. You know, they do have super potions, Gary. And then he goes for the sand attack here twice in a row. And that is going to lower my accuracy. Not good. Hitting the execute here with the wing attack. And then I get hit with the hypnosis. And, of course, that wonderful Gen 1 sleep mechanics, where, of course, you can't make a turn on your turn that you wake up. Therefore, you can just be put back to sleep again. So that could be a little difficult and quite annoying, honestly. And this, unfortunately, does happen to be here. Getting put to sleep twice by this execute. Definitely not a fan. Of course, the crit on the multi-hit turns in Gen 1 crits every single time if the first one crits. And then finally making to the Gyarados here with 2 HP. I'm like, hey, there's a chance. No, he's got Hydro Pump, so... Good luck on that one. And back to the drawing board again here. Me getting the crit. Love to see it. He misses with the sand attack. Great. Heading back into this execute again. Gonna go for that wing attack action. This time he misses with the hypnosis. And he goes down in 2 shots. Back to the Gyarados. Going for bite this time. Love that. Wing attack, again, not doing too much damage, but there's not a lot of options here. He does heavy with the Hydro Pump, then hits me with the Leer, raising that physical attack via the badge boost. Kadabra doesn't stand a chance. I don't know how I outspeed, but somehow I did. He goes for Growl, love to see it. Then the Ember, of course, doing just enough damage. Back to Pidgeotto again, and finally I get the crit. He goes for Whirlwind, one of the most useless moves, you know. Gary, again, you could learn a thing or two about Pokemon moves, and perhaps optimize those in your Pokemon. You know, perhaps consider doing that. No, you just don't want to do that. Okay, fine. Just have an overpowered Gyarados with Hydro Pump at level 22. You know, makes no sense, but and then have a useless Whirlwind on your Pidgeotto, really. I mean, honestly. Anyways, you know, he's going to hit me here with this Hydro Pump, doing a lot of damage. I managed to get by. Kadabra, again, not worrisome here. Back to Charmeleon again at level 13 HP here. Coming in, and... as Rage is building, of course. No. And again here, Gyarados coming back on the next attempt. Get me down to 2 HP. Oh, back to the Charmeleon. Maybe some lucky RNG. I don't know. Oh, of course, Rage. And then the execute coming in with that wonderful Hypnosis RNG. Gyarados again hitting with the Hydro Pumps. Going for those Dragon Rages. You know, it's just a wonderful time here against Gary, you know. This is just a great battle. So I go ahead and decide, you know what, I don't have to fight the rival right now. I can skip this battle and come back later when I'm over leveled, so might as well. So I head down over to Giovanni and I go ahead and level up a little bit, getting agility, which is going to activate the badge boost, boosting my attack. And that's going to be critical here because I can only do not very effective damage against Giovanni's rock Pokemon, and that is going to be difficult unless I get a bunch of crits and some really good RNG. This battle is going to be pretty tough here. It's going to be about throwing in those sand attacks, getting in the agilities, boosting up my physical defense, hoping to survive some non-crit attacks, maybe get lucky with some guard specs here. But, you know, it's just proving to be pretty challenging here. Getting past the Onix with any degree of significant health is quite challenging. And then, of course, the Rhyhorn comes in with those horn attacks, and that does a pretty good amount of damage. And unless I have a lot of HP, I'm not going to be able to tank those hits, and I need to be able to get the sand attack in if I want to be able to get the Rhyhorn to miss so that I can successfully take him out, because I barely do any damage with each hit. And then I get a high roll here, coming into Rhyhorn with a pretty good amount of hits, HP, but then he's hitting me with these freaking horn attacks, man, and I am having a lot of trouble finally getting to Kangaskhan, but then taken out right away. So I try again here. Again, a bite coming in and taking me out here. Finally getting another high roll here against the Rhyhorn, hoping for some good RNG on this one. And I'm finally making through here with 43 HP coming into Kangaskhan. He hits me with that bite, getting some sand attacks. That's always good, but the bite is just doing just enough damage here that I'm just not able to survive that. Again, finally trying to make it back to Kangaskhan again here with 2 HP. I mean, this is just not going to work out here. 9 HP again. Just not going to work here. I'm going to need a lot more HP, and I'm starting to get frustrated, so I really need a good old confidence boost for Super Brew. So I head on over to Erika, and this battle should be relatively straightforward. Wing attack, getting some super effective damage in. That's always good. Just got to get lucky here, and I do with the miss on the poison powder. That's good. Get into Tangle here. Wing attack again, doing a lot of damage. Love to see that. Get into the Violet Plume now. Wing attack again. Look at that. I mean, it's just a massive amount of damage. He goes into Petal Dance, which is not going to do much. He's thrashing around. And Violet Plume is done, and Erika is defeated. First try, easy money. And that, of course, means it's back to the Rhyhorn again for Giovanni here. And going back to the Kangaskhan here with only 18 HP. He's going for Rage, getting the crit. Love to see it. Trying again here. This time with 29 HP. Then I get the crit. Then he gets the crit. Of course, just loving those crits. You know, we just need to get some good RNG. And that just doesn't seem to be very possible here. I mean, maybe he'll just spam guard spec. I don't know. That's possible. It's Gen 1. Anything can happen. You know, you just never know. And then apparently my sand attacks are going to fail a bunch of times, and that's no good. And then Comet Punch, and you know, we just need to get lucky here. We just need some supreme RNG. Getting here with 2 HP. Rhyhorn missing. I'm getting the crit. Now we're heading into Giovanni again here with 2 HP. He's going to go for guard spec. And then he goes for the Comet Punch. Hate to see it. So I try again here. Losing once more to the crit. So I try. You know what? I'm going to do a little bit different strat. I'm going to reach into my bag. Get out TM44 for the rest technique. Hoping, you know what? If I heal up here, maybe that's going to help me survive this battle. Because I just don't have the HP to get hit with a bunch of rock throws, hit with a bunch of horn attacks, and then you got to deal with the comet punches. And of course, Kangaskhan's decently fast, and if that crits, it crits every single time it hits. So I'm going to need to heal here. So maybe the rest technique is the way to go. So I'm going to try this out here, getting into the Onyx here, getting back into Rhyhorn. You know, it's just going to be a matter of hoping for some good RNG. Again, that's a lot of Generation 1. Just hoping for that good old RNG. And Rhyhorn hit me with those horn attacks. I'm getting some damage in here, but I'm gonna go back to sleep here again. Trying to preserve that HP. Gonna need it for the Kangaskhan. So I go ahead and hit him with another wing attack. Again, not doing much damage. I do get the crit. Getting in here with 69 HP, looking pretty good. And then of course, Comet Punch. The problem with Generation 1 is that if it crits every single time. So if he hits me with a 5 crit Comet Punch, it's over. There's no way I can live that. So hopefully that doesn't occur. But again, there he goes. Crit again. 3 crits in a row. Hate to see it. So I have to heal up. And then he just keeps getting these 4 hits, these 5 hits. He's getting the crits. I mean, again, look at this. Crit, 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 man. 3 hits in a row, 3 crits, and then a bite. That's it. And this is just getting annoying. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe the rest technique isn't the time. Maybe fly. You know, forgot about fly. You know, it does more damage than wing attack, so you might as well go learn that, right? Give it a try. Use some fly, do some sand, you know, at least get some damage here against the Onyx. Getting a crit, that's always good. Getting a quick attack in here, taking the Onyx out, going into the Rhyhorn now with 38 HP. He's going to hit me with that horn attack, and I'm going to have to go for the quick attacks again here. Got to preserve that fly PP because I think I'm going to need that. Of course, that doesn't work, so I try again here. Going for the sand attack fly technique against the Onyx. And he's missing with some rock throws and still keeping that 100% HP. Getting some agilities in here, getting that badge boost activated. That's always good. Gonna go for fly here. Getting some decent damage. It's not a lot, but at least it's some. You know, I'm hoping for a good crit, and I do get one there. Taking out the Onyx here, coming in with 76 HP into the Rhyhorn. And maybe this is the run. I don't know. We'll see. Gonna chuck some sand here, of course, because Pidgey loves to chuck that sand. Going for some fly action here against the Rhyhorn. Doing a pretty decent amount of damage. Looking pretty good here. Gonna 3-shot the Rhyhorn. I do get the crit. Heading into the Kangaskhan here with 58 HP. Gonna have to get lucky here. And he gets the crit on the bite. Just hate to see that. Then he goes for the guard spec. And I go for the fly and I get the crit. Finally. Giovanni has been defeated. I mean, this battle has been absolutely frustrating. Just a very bad matchup here against these rock types. And that, of course, means I gotta go back to Lavender Town and fight Gary again here. But this time, I've got Agility, which is going to activate that badge boost. But, of course, Pidgeotto is going to throw sand just like Burb does. And, of course, that hits me with some really bad RNG. Missing once on fly, missing twice, missing 3 times, missing 4 times, and then getting hit with the Hypnosis. Hate to see it, of course. That Generation 1 sleep mechanic staying asleep for a long time here. Oh, just love to see it. Getting the crits, hit me with the barrages, going for fly, missing again, going for fly, missing again, getting hit with the Hypnosis. I mean, I don't understand. 95% accuracy move, misses this many times in a row after a single sand attack, and then the execute hits with a 65% Hypnosis. I mean, this is ridiculous. Gyarados, of course, overpowered here, taking me out. Gonna have to boost up here if I want to stand a chance. Luckily, I get the crit this time. Taking out Pidgeotto, no sand attacks coming in. Gonna go for that agility here, and he's missing with the Hypnosis finally. Missing with Barrage, love to see it. Gonna boost up here, go for that fly action, take and execute out, single hit to the face. Going to Gyarados, gonna hit with that fly action here, nearly taking him out. Quick attack, of course, finishes the job here. Kadabra, no concerns, quick attack to the face. And the Charmeleon going for Ember here. Once again, Gary, you know, there are more powerful moves you could teach your Charmeleon. And is back to Gary over in the Silph Co building. And he's going to lead things off now with the Pidgeot, which, of course, is going to make things a little more difficult. But Super Burb is determined to win here. Does eat a crit, but hate to see that HP go down here. Gotta do some damage against Pidgeot. Going into Execute now. And he is going to miss. And going into Gyarados here. I take him out. Now to the Alakazam. And the Fly doesn't kill him. Now to the Charizard. Oh, and then he hits me with the bird on the Ember. Oh, so sad. And then, of course, another crit off that Ember. Back to the Pidgeot again. Gonna have to boost up here again with Agility. Going for that fly action. Again, losing a lot of HP. Getting hit with that sand attack. Hate to see it. Which causes me to miss a bunch and then get hit by Leech Seed. So I have to reset. Next time, I go ahead and lose to the Gyarados here. Of course, because he has the lovely Dragon Rage. Back to Pidgeot once more here. Gotta boost up. Hopefully this time I can take him out. And I do here with 92 HP. Taking out Execute. Going into Gyarados. Fly doing a lot of damage. Leer boosting that physical attack. Love to see it. Alakazam eating a quick attack. Charizard. I go for that fly action. He goes for the Leer, boosting my physical attack. And I'm able to two-shot thanks to the badge boost. And we're moving on to Giovanni. They lead things off here with the Nidorino going for the Focus Energy. Hitting me with the Poison Sting, unfortunately. Hitting with that fly action, going for that quick attack. Taking him out, going to the Kangaskhan. Poison, of course, is whittling away that health. Not good. Hate to see it. Heading on to the Rhyhorn here with 70 HP. Of course, he gets that Horn Attack hit in there, and that is no good. Gonna have to try that one again here. This time coming in with a little bit less HP, and of course, coming around at 40 HP here, trying to hit with some sand, trying to do some damage, but of course, that Rhyhorn is going to resist everything I throw at it, unfortunately. So I need to just throw more sand, honestly, and make it miss because, man, it just does so much damage. And of course, Kangaskhan can hit you with those Comet Punches, too, making life a little bit more challenging here for Super Bird, but I'm determined to pull this through here. Coming through here with 1 HP. Oh, my goodness, Rhyhorn. And, of course, the Nidoqueen is going to you know, naturally win with 1 HP there. So gonna have to try again. This time I come up with the ingenious idea of using TM44 rest. Now I can heal. This is great because, well, you know, I can't use any items, so this is the only way I'm going to survive this battle here against the Rhyhorn, and have to deal with Nidoqueen is no good, but fortunately, Superverb is decently fast with agility super fast, so outspeed and everything, going to sleep here, no problems. Giovanni's done. And that, of course, means it's time for Koga, who, of course, has the smoke screen and the minimize and the toxic and, of course, the self-destructs. Who can forget those? But I, luckily, come equipped here with some double team action and some resting action, so I'm prepared for anything that Superverb's going to face here. You know, you may try Muck, but I will get there. Wheezing, of course, is going to go for the wonderful choice of self-destruction. Going for it again here in the next attempt, but this time I was flying and I am in the clear and Koga is done. Oh yeah. And Sabrina is up next here, but of course I have the wonderful ability to boost up here with some double teams and boost up all those stats here. And with that fly action, Kadabra going down, Mr. Mime going for barrier, but Fly gets the crit. Venomoth, of course, takes significant damage from Fly there. Alakazam's going to miss here, going for a recover when he's fully healed. Doesn't make any sense, but I'm not concerned. Sabrina's done. On to Blaine once again, using that badge boost here against the Growlithe. Not too worried about a Leer or two. That's going to help me out. Just going to boost my stats even further. No issues, no worries here. Going for a Super Potion on a fully healed Pokemon. Doesn't make any sense, Blaine. Ponyta done. Rapidash. Hit me with a Fire Spin. Yeah, not too worried. You're done. Arcanine. Hey, it's going to go with that Ember action. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Quick attack to the face. You are done. And of course, that means the final battle with Giovanni. But this time, I have the badge boost on my side, which is going to help me to hopefully win this battle relatively easily. Taking out the Rhyhorn. Going into the Doug trio. No problems. Nidoqueen going down. Nidoking. Not too worried here. Going into the Rhydon. Taking a couple hits here. Unfortunately, he does get some hits in, but I'm going to try to heal up, hopefully. But he hits me with a couple tail whips here, and that is going to lower my physical defense, and he manages to take me out, but that's all right. Going to try again here. Boosting up here, hitting the Rhyhorn, taking him out, go to the Doug trio, no issues. Once again, canceling the badge boost, but hopefully get some good RNG here with the double teams. Taking out Nidoking, going into Rhydon once more here. He's going to go for a bunch of Horn Drills. Not going to work on me, buddy. Not going to work on me because I got the power of Superverb. Don't you think you're going to one-hit KO me? That is unfair. That is unfair, and Giovanni is done. Which, of course, means it's time for the final battle against Gary, who somehow thinks that this is going to be a warm-up for the E4 for him, but maybe it's going to be the opposite, my friend, because you're going to be the one losing. The Superverb is better than your Pidgey, let me tell you that. Let me tell you what. Got that wonderful patch boost here. Gonna boost up. He does boost up as well with the agilities, but that's all right. No issues. Gonna take him out with some quick attacks. Going into the Rhyhorn here. I do level up. That cancels the badge boost. It's not good here. Not doing too much damage here against Rhyhorn, and I'm gonna be kind of worried about some of these later Pokemon after canceling that badge boost. Gonna get outsped here likely when I get to the Alakazam. Execute again. No issues. Gyarados. Not too worried here. Does hit me with a Dragon Range. A couple quick attacks here. Not too worried. Taking him out. Going to the Alakazam. I'm going to go for that quick attack. And the Psychic takes me out. So I'm going to have to try again here. But I use Rare Candy. Getting up to level 50 here. Making sure I don't get the badge boost if possible, right? So that's going to help me out here in this situation. Doing a little bit more damage to Rhyhorn. Hopefully doing some more damage against most of the Pokemon here. And obviously, most importantly, I want to outspeed the Alakazam. That's really what I need this badge boost for, because Psychic's going to do a lot of damage. And I do. And Fly to the Face takes him out. I do level up to 51, canceling badge boost. Going into the Charizard here, gets a flamethrower in, but I managed to take him out. And it's time for the Elite Four. And of course, Lorelei is up first, going with those super effective Ice-type Aurora Beam. Dugong is going to be a pretty difficult barrier here for Superverb, but you know what? I gotta give it a shot because you never know when you can get some supreme RNG here with the badge boost, with double teams. Gonna miss some attacks, give me a chance to maybe survive an Aurora Beam or two, give me a chance to heal up. You know, you gotta give it a shot here at level 51, going for that good old RNG. You never know, but Dugong is looking like a pretty hard barrier, so I just use those rare candies, try again here at level 60, and it seems to be a similar story, but every once in a while I do manage to get just enough that I can survive, and this gives me a shot, and I finally now make it to the cloister. Going to get some damage here with the fly, but then he gets the critical hit Aurora Beam. Hate to see it, so I gotta get back to the cloister again. Another crit Aurora Beam. Ugh. This is just terrible. So I'm going to try again here, hoping third time's a charm. Hit him with some flies. He gets the non-crit. Thanks to the boost, I survive that. Getting some chip damage on the cloister here, hoping for the win, and I do. Getting to the Slowbro now, who has both withdrawal and amnesia, so that's going to be difficult to do any significant amount of damage. But fortunately, he doesn't really attack me, so I'm able to whittle him down. Getting to the Jinx here, it gets for the Ice Punch. Going to have to rest up here. Getting hit again, of course. Super effective. Hate to see it. And then I get the crit on the quick attack. Finally getting to the Lapras here. Last Pokemon. See if we can do it. They're going to spam Blizzard, hoping for a miss. And of course, they hit through that +6 evasion. Hate to see it. So I got to go back to the Dugong, hoping for a supreme roll on this one. Work my way through the Jinx. Back to the Lapras again here. Again, it's going to keep spamming Blizzard. I hope we don't get hit. And we do. But this time I survive it, thanks to the badge boost, and Lorelei's done. Bruno's up next, of course. Not anticipating too difficult of a fight here. Onyxes obviously are going to resist a lot of damage, but I've got badge boost. Boosting up here. Getting some chip damage in. Love to see it. Super Burb again. Not too powerful attack. Onyx, great defense, but doing damage, not taking any. Love to see it. Hitmonchan. Fly to the face. Goodbye. Hitmonlee. Fly to the face. Have a nice one. Second Onyx, gonna go for the quick attack Supreme here, doing a small amount of damage, but you know, he's gonna go for that rage, and he's not gonna do very much at all, so that's all right with me. Champ, okay. Fly to the face. Bruno's done. And Agatha is obviously up now, and this battle is normally quite difficult for a multitude of reasons, including double team, hypnosis, and toxic, and the list goes on and on. But this time I've got wonderful badge boost. Of course, Golbat hitting that haze, clearing the stat changes. Hate to see it, so I'm going to have to boost up again here. Got to be careful because I can only hit the Haunter and the Gengars with Fly. So I got to preserve that PP here, making sure I am boosted up so I'm doing enough damage with the potions and all that kind of stuff that I have enough left to win this battle here. Gonna have to go to sleep here, heal up against the Arbok. Gotta watch out for that Screech, of course, but it does also help me. Activating badge boost further, so doing a lot of damage here, taking out the Gengar. Agatha's done. And heading into the final E4 member Lance here. Gonna boost up with some double teams. Gyarados missing with the Hydro Pump. Hyper Beams, love to see it. Getting some Leers, boosting up my attack further. Getting some quick attack action going on here. Get some Gyarados. Going to 0 damage into the Dragonair here. Fly getting the crit. Of course he heals. Hyper Beam hits, but does not kill, fortunately. Able to move on to the next Dragonair here, going for some more fly action. One-shot KO that time. Aerodactyl, of course, is not going to go down too easy. We go for some Hyper Potion action as well. Missing with Hyper Beam. Love to see it, because that probably would have killed me. Heading into the Dragonite now. Going to go for that fly action. He goes for Barrier. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult, so I'm going to heal up here with some rest action. He misses with Hyper Beam, then hits with Slam. And then, of course, he hits me with the Hyper Beam, and I have to go back to the Gyarados again. Boosting up once more. Getting some Dragon Rage damage. Not too concerned here. Go for some more double team action. Boosting up. Got to get that badge boost maxed out here if I want to stand a chance against the Dragonite. Because if he hits me with a Hyper Beam, it is almost going to be over here. Back into the Dragonair again here. Take them out, no issues. Second Dragonair. Miss with Fly. Miss it again. Hate to see it. Third time's a charm here. Heading into the Aerodactyl finally again. And go for some fly action here. This time, of course, he heals. Predicting that one. Gonna have some chip damage here. And he does get in a bite, but I'm back to the Dragonite again here. Going for the quick attack. He goes for Barrier once more. And I'm going for some more quick attacks here. Getting the crits. Love to see it. And of course, Dragonite going down to a quick attack. Lance is done. And that means the final battle between Super Burb and Gary's Pidgeot. Coming up now, going for some double team action, gonna boost up here. Going for that Sky Attack and getting the crit, unfortunately. Gonna have to try again here. Gonna go for that Sky Attack right off the bat, but I go for double team. Mirror move, you gotta watch out for that, of course, but Gary is also just equally apt to use the useless move Whirlwind, because it does nothing in Gen 1. Plus, I have no other Pokemon, so it wouldn't do anything anyways. So, happy to do that. Getting to Alakazam now. Going to go for that Fly. Getting the one-hit KO against that super weak physical defense. Rhydon's going to be a bit of a problem here, but I am boosted up with the Badge Boost. Going to get some decent damage. He goes for Leer. That's going to activate the Badge Boost further. Tail Whip again. That's just helping me out, Rhydon. You are just helping me out all day, trying to get with that Horn Drill, man. You are getting vicious, Rhydon. You are getting very, very vicious, but I'm not going to tolerate that. Quick Attack is going to take you out eventually. Executor, not worried. Fly to the face. You are done. Get out of here. Gyarados coming in here with a Dragon Rage, and he misses, and Fly does a lot of damage going for the 2-shot. Going to the final Pokemon of the game. He misses with Fire Blast, and I get a huge hit. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we have won Super Burb level 64. My goodness.